I'm Tony Gallo, and the reason why I'm running for mayor is because I care so much about this community. I have a young family, I have a young daughter, and I'm so concerned about her future. I would love for her to live in Glen Cove, and because it's a great community. But a great community will only be a community if you invest in it. And right now, we're just not making a lot of good decisions going forward because there are a lot of decisions that we can improve upon when you're thinking about the future of Glen Cove. So I'm running for mayor because I care so much about my family, and I care about the future of Glen Cove. With that said, the reason why I got involved in politics is because of my parents and because of my dad in particular. He was having an issue with one of these road projects right in front of his business. And what they wound up doing with this road project is they actually took part of his sidewalk away, and it made it more difficult for him to access his business and for his customers to access his business. So I said, Dad, don't worry, I'm going to get involved in politics and I'm going to run for public office. And I became a two-term city councilman at this point in time. Sadly, my dad passed away a couple years ago, but part of his legacy is that I was running in place of him, because I understood that it's more than just about my dad, but each person in Glen Cove are just valued members of our community. And I want to help them so that they could be successful, whether it's as a parent or whether it's as a business owner. Decisions that need to be made can make us a more successful community, can make us thriving in the city of Glen Cove. I don't want to talk about attracting businesses to Glen Cove. I want to act upon attracting businesses to Glen Cove. You know, they say that old adage that talk is cheap. I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do. With that said, my dad actually came to America to fulfill that American dream. He crossed the Atlantic on a ship with his brothers and his one sister and his parents. His parents actually sold an olive grove in Italy so that they could actually come to America and fulfill the American dream. They came here in 1955, and my dad came to this country with one shoe on his foot, and probably just a couple cents in his pocket. And he fulfilled the American dream. But as a result, year after year, of failed policies and poor decisions by those that are elected in office, it became more and more challenging for his business to be successful. So what I bring to the table is a true representation for the people of Glen Cove. Now what I'd like to do, I'd like to stop the overdevelopment of Glen Cove. We need to reduce our spending. We need to reduce our taxes so that we could help our residents within the city of Glen Cove. And we need to improve upon all of our facilities for the residents of Glen Cove.
After a long sleep, Glen Cove is headed in the right direction. When I took office 2 years ago, there were a few initiatives that I brought to the table. Reducing taxes, improving the quality of life, bringing business into Glen Cove, public safety, and jobs. And those were just among the few. And I'm proud to say that I've delivered on every one of them. This year, I have a 0% tax increase that I've introduced to the council. Additionally, quality of life, illegal housing is an issue in our city, where in the past there were 2 to 3 prosecutions a year. I'm proud to say that we've had over 60 prosecutions and have collected over $250,000 in fine with this initiative. Additionally, I've reintroduced the CPU, the Crime Prevention Unit, which targets troubled areas in our city and really gets some good results. I've also brought our detective squad up to full capacity. So Glen Cove, safety-wise, is in terrific shape. So there's a lot of good things going on in Glen Cove, and one of them is development. Glen Cove is in the beginning of really a financial turnaround. For years, we've suffered with a deficit in our budget, and finally, with new developments happening, we're about to turn the corner. This year, after 20 years, we're going to begin our waterfront development project. That's a $1 billion project that will be 1,100 residential units, parks, playgrounds, restaurants. We'll be bringing empty nesters, young professionals into our community. There'll be over 450 jobs during construction and 500 jobs after construction, contributing over $25 million into our local economy. Glen Cove is truly on its way back. I'm proud to be a part of it. I'm glad I've had the opportunity. And if I have that opportunity again to serve, which I certainly want, and I know it's an honor to serve the city, I'll be bringing my initiatives again, moving us forward. We're going in the right direction, and now's not the time to stop. Thank you.